Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Madanga, Namo Namaha. So we're going to continue on today with taal and looking at different variations of Tisra Laya Jatis. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in each matra, M-A-T-R-A, we're going to have 3 times that we're hitting the mridanga. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in Hare, say you've got 4 matras there, so you're going to hit it 3, 6, 9, 12 times. And if you're playing in Tryasra Jati and you're playing in double speed, you'd be hitting it 16 times. So this allows you, when you're playing quickly, to bring the speed of your playing down from 16 hits down to 12 hits, and this helps you to play faster. So the next mantra that we're going to look at, geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta. I have te written 3 times, which threw me off there. There we are. So geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta, terege, natere, regena, genete, reketa, genete, reketa, terege, keteta, teteta. So this gives us a nice balance of guru and lagu closed and open. It's a cohesive mantra on its own, and it's really great for practicing. So you've got the genetas, the tetetas, the terege, regena. So there's 3 techniques already. Then you've got the genete, reketa, the dagete. So all these techniques that we've been working on are now put into one mantra. Geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta, terege, natere, regena, genete, reketa, teteta, keteta, teteta. So let's look at that slower. Geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta, terege, natere, regena, so we've gone over most of these already, so this is just taking everything together, so we don't need to discuss any of the techniques too much if you watch the previous videos. But we'll just go over this again, and then we'll look at how to chant with it as well. Geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta, terege, natere, genete, regena, genete, reketa, terege, keteta, teteta, geneta, teregena, 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 genete, reketa, So that's the mantra there. Chanting Hare Krishna to it now. We'll go really slow. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Where were we here? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was playing a different mantra there. So, Hare Krishna. that's extending it out. And so the next mantra is just practicing your genetas and kenetas repetitively, just to reinforce those. I just want to go over the previous one once more just to make sure that we've got it. So you've got geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta, terege, natere, genete, regena, natere, genate, genete, regena, genete, reketa, genete, reketa, terege, keteta, teteta. Hare Krsna, Hare Krsna, Krsna Krsna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, so the next one is just repeating geneta, geneta, keneta, keneta, and then breaking it down into smaller sections to practice this particular hit. Geneta, 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 4 times. Keneta, 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 keneta. Now when you're doing this, you really want to practice on getting your 4 fingers getting a nice ta sound, because it takes a lot of years of practice to actually be able to get your wrist to come up and make a nice clean ta. So these won't sound very nice if you're not really focusing on getting that clear ta sound, right? See how it makes a nice ringing sound? So that's what you really want to focus on for these mantras. You also want to focus on bringing the thumb down as low as you can so that you're not kind of cheating. You want to get full twist of the wrist, full movement of the wrist. So you're just twisting the wrist down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up, right? Geteta, 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 geteta. Hand curled so the fingers are close, loose. Keep the index finger with the rest of the hand as well. Geteta, geteta, geteta. Genena. So we've got genena because after ge you always say ne. You can say te as well, but just for writing it out here, we've got gene. Genete, regeta, right? Genena, 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 so just getting that finger, hand down, thumb. Just totally like the reverse of going. Now you're just going. It's like the same thing except you're going thumb to 4 fingers, and here you're going ge, te, te, ge, te, te. Right? You want to make sure it's open. Genena, genena, right? Genena, 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 genena. Genena. The previous mantra we've got geneta, geneta, teteta, geneta. Here I've written genena, just because sometimes I catch, so this is from Bablu before, but when I write this out for you in the video here, it's going to be geteta, 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 keteta, 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 keteta. Geneta, geneta, keneta, keneta, geneta, keneta, geneta, keneta. Ge, ne, ta, keneta. Geneta, 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 keneta, keneta, keneta. Geneta, 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 geneta. So just practice practice this for long periods of time at slow speeds, just working on getting that hand to move nicely. So we can also chant to this, obviously, the Kirtan mantra. Hare Krsna, so all these can be used. I mean, it's obviously not gonna last for a long time in a kirtan, but anything that you learn here you can throw in different spots just for fun. There's no right or wrong things to do. Next, we do have a nice kirtan mantra here, which also has hand practice built into it. Just seeing how you can use these tetetas, and in an actual kirtan setting, we've got ke-gurugur as well, and dadhini. So let's look at all the different pieces of this. We'll speak it first. Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini. So look here, we've got the ja space te, right? So ja, te, so it allows the ja to breathe. You've got that extra space. Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, right? Ke-gurugur dadhini. So we've got that space there. So we're creating a lot of interest with this mantra by having the spaces here. And let's look at each hit individually as well. So we've got ja, then tere, ta, just like tere, reketa, teteta, but we're in Tisra Jati, so we've just got teteta, Jha-te, then dagete, da, four fingers in ge, dagete, Jha-te, dagete, ke, 5 fingers closed on the bottom, ke, geneta, right? Ke-gurugur, which we've already learned. Regena, right? Regena. So, ke-gurugur, and then this is a new one. We haven't looked at this yet. So this is da, 1 finger now. Some fingering that we're going to start learning. Da, 1 finger. Da, di, index finger curved, the pad of the finger on the gob, and not making much sound. 3 fingers closed. Dadhini, dadhini. These are soft. You're not trying to make too much sound. Ke-gurugur dadhini. So dadhini is another thing that we'll use a lot in Tisra for your Laya Jati of 3s. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini. And there's many different versions of this as well. So Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini. So let's see how this is played. Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini. Dhadhini, ending on the 3 fingers. And you want to really put a lot of emphasis on the tas, because it's got this bounce to it, right? Jha-te, dagete, tereta, dagete, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini. So you see those tas are on the offbeat. The dages, the jhas are not so pronounced. Even let's see here, the Jha-te. So the Jha-te, the duggies are kind of soft. You could come in strong on the first Jha. Hare Krsna, Hare Krsna. The K is emphasized, and the gurugur dadhini just flows. There's nothing that it's a powerful section of the mantra, but it doesn't have the same type of emphasis that the ta, the k, and the jha do, right? So just listen. Hare Krsna, Hare Krsna, so it's mostly about that ta. The jha has some power as well, but you want to put as much emphasis on those tas as you can at the end. The jha and the k as well have a good amount of prominence in the mantra too. The doggies are soft. The gurugur dadhini isn't soft, but it just doesn't have the same kind of power because it's flowing. Gurugur dadhini, ke-gurugur dadhini. See, ke-gurugur dadhini. It's beautiful, but it doesn't have the power of going ta, you know? Teteta, 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 ke-gurugur dadhini, teteta, 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 ke-gurugur dadhini, teteta, 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 dadhini. Right? So let's chant with this again. This is meant to be kind of in the slower part of the breakdown. You know, you're not going to be using this super quickly. There's mantras that we'll teach later that allow you to go faster. This is just very beautiful for when it's just at that nice Hare Krsna, Hare really nice mantra. You can do a lot with that. Ke-gurugur dadhini, ke-gurugur dadhini, ke-gurugur dadhini, da-gurugur dadhini Jha-te, da-gurugur dadhini Jha-te. So different things that you can play. So we'll do one more here. This is a little bit more of a complicated kind of rolling mantra using dadhinis and tathinis, just getting you used to using these. Also not to be used in too quick of a kirtan because it's got a section here that sounds really beautiful at medium to slower speeds, just like this. So you would go Jha-te, dagete, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, 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 tathini, dadhini, keteta, dadhini, keteta, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, 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 tathini, dadhini, keteta, dadhini, keteta, tathini, Jha-te. So these work really well together. So this now is dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini, right? Tathini. So you want to make sure you're hitting the K there. Dadhini. The D is emphasized very strongly. Dadhini, 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 tathini, dadhini. So the das are quiet, and it's all about that offbeat D. Dadhin, dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. So let's look at the emphasis here. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini, right? Ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. Ketadha, dadhini. So that da is emphasized. Ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. That first da and the first ta of the tathini and the dadhini on those last sections there. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini. You want to make sure you're getting a nice open ta as well, and a nice closed D, not slappy or half open. Like a lot of people will play like this. Maybe it doesn't sound right because you've got two open hits there. You want see that nice sound. Dadhini, 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 keteta, dadhini, keteta. Dadhini, 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 keteta, dadhini, keteta. Now I like to play, if I'm playing a kita, 4 fingers, I like to keep, so kita, dadhini, I like to keep 4 fingers for that whole section. Kita, da will all be 4 fingers open, and then just the D-ni, and then the kita, ta, tathini, right? Rather than just switching to a kita, ta, ta. It sounds better with the 4 fingers, and it just feels a lot better as well, and it keeps your hand in that nice position that you want to be in. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. Ketadha, dadhini, keteta. Dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. Tathini, dadhini, ketadha, dadhini, keteta, tathini. Hare Krsna, Hare Nice open tas, crisp, very crisp. You need a nice mridanga as well. I always recommend that anyone invest as much money as they possibly can into finding the best mridanga that they can. This mridanga here is, I don't know, it's got to be probably 5-6 years old now, and it sounds just, perfect. Like, you don't need a new mridanga all the time. I've learned how to tune it and pull the straps and everything like that. So that's very important. You can see like the gob is absolutely perfect, hasn't been ever repaired, anything like that. So it's very important to invest in a nice mridanga and to learn how to play nicely so you don't ruin your mridanga, because if you don't know how to play properly, people sweat and smear this gob and kind of make a mess of their mridanga and stuff like that. So if you do play correctly and you get a nice instrument, it can last a very long time for you. And it will always sound really nice and beautiful and have nice crisp tas. So I want to show you how we can switch between the Jha-te, right? So you would go Jha-te, dagete, reta, dagete, ke-gurugur, dadhini, 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 keteta, dadhini, keteta. Now when I wrote these, I didn't even realize that it's brilliant how the ke-gurugur dadhini, this mantra I didn't write, the first one, the Jha-te, dagete, I saw this. This is like a very traditional Bengali style of slow laya, Tisra Jati and Das. And then I put this dadhini, dadhini, tathini, dadhini, keteta, dadhini, keteta, tathini in there. And I didn't realize that it's really beautiful to combine the two, because if you got the ke-gurugur dadhini, you're segueing into the dadhini, and then you throw this in, so it's beautiful. So let's combine both now. Jha-te, dagete, ke-gurugur dadhini, dadhini, dadhini. So really beautiful there. I missed one da there, but I wasn't feeling comfy and I wanted to change my position. But we'll do it once more, just for fun here. So Hare Krsna, Hare Krsna, Krsna Krsna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, and then you can switch into that for a little while if it wants to speed up a little bit, and then we'll show you some. It's going to keep growing and segueing into different mantras as well. This is just a small offering. I think there's a bunch more that's written in a different section, but I'm just rolling through how I've written all these and been presented with them in the books that I have and stuff like that. So it's not all, you know, in sequential order at the moment. We haven't actually even gotten to kirtan. This is just hand practices and stuff. So there'll be all of the foundational mantras, dihas, all this type of stuff later on as well. But these two are definitely very beautiful foundational mantras, and I highly suggest learning them and using them in kirtan. Hare Krishna.